Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode on my Roblox how-to series on everything that you need to know about how to make Roblox games. So, I know in the last episode I said we were going to work with touched events, but I actually lied. There's actually one more thing that you need to know before we can work with touched events, and that is functions. So the way that a function essentially works is it allows you to take some code and be able to use it later on when you want to work with it. So, in order to make a function, you're going to have to type local, like a variable, and then you're going to type function, and then you're going to write the name of your function, and it has to be one word, like variables. You can't have any spaces in it. So let's just call it my function. And then you have to put parentheses here, because these parentheses are going to be what's called arguments, and we'll get to that a little bit later in this video. So, with this function right here, it doesn't have any code in it, so if we tried calling it, it's not going to do anything. And by the way that you call a function is you just type its name, my function. So, it will process this code, and then when it reaches line 7, then it'll run this code that's inside of here. So we don't have anything inside of it, but let's make it do something. Let's just give it something simple like print monkey, right? So when we call my function, it will print monkey to the output right here. And it won't do it twice, because when it runs over this code, it doesn't run it. It just says, yeah, this is here, and we're going to use it later when this is used. So let's hit run, and you'll see in the output right here there will be monkey that is printed in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Sorry, that took a second. My computer is not the greatest, but yeah, there, printed monkey right there. So that's how you call functions, and that's how you make them. Pretty simple. So what we can do is we can make this a little bit bigger than just having a print statement in there. We can do some stuff with the part. Like, let's just say when we call the function, we want the part's color to be like a nice turquoise kind of color. Something like this. That's a cool color. Like, we want it to be turquoise, and then maybe we want its material to be neon. Let's just do that. So we'll have a neon turquoise part when we call this. So we hit run, and boom. Oh, there we go. Right there we have a turquoise neon part. Okay, so now let's get on to what parameters are. So a parameter, essentially, it's some variables that you can put inside of these parentheses here. So let's just put something like, let's put a parameter like a name. That one will be really simple. So then what we can do here is we can put part.name equals name. Now, name doesn't have anything assigned to it right now, because we haven't done it like equals and then something. But what we can do with this is we can take name and we can tell it what name will be in here when we call it. And you can see here in the little hint, it says name, which is the variable we have, and it's going to be a string. So we'll write what its name will be. Let's just set it to be Gerald's. So we'll have Gerald, the neon turquoise part. And if everything goes to plan, we should get no errors, and if we look here in the Explorer, it'll change its name to be Gerald's. Okay, so it's neon and turquoise, like it should be, and then if you go over here into the Explorer, go into the workspace, you can see that it's no longer called part, it's called Gerald. So see, that worked all nice and dandy. And you can also do this with multiple variables. It doesn't just have to be one. You can do this for all of them. Material, color. So then you can see here, it'll give you all of it. String, and then material and color. So we set part.color to just be color, the parameter, and part.material to be material. You can see here, it'll tell you what you need. Name needs to be a string, material needs to be an enum.material, and a color needs to be color3. So let me get back the things that we had earlier. So Gerald, and then because these are separated by commas, you need to separate them in the parameters right here with commas. And they need to be also in the same order as their put here. You can't put name, material, color up here and then put it in the order of color, name, material. That won't work because, well, yeah, it has to stay in the order. So we write the name first, and then we put the material, which was enum.material.neon, and then we put the color, and the color was this right here, the nice turquoise color. So then we can reset these so that it's equal to color, and this one will be equal to material. So everything should work the exact same now if we run the code. Boom, right there. Neon, turquoise, Gerald. And there you go. So that is essentially everything that you need to know about functions. And now, in the next episode, now we'll be able to use functions to work with the touched event that I mentioned in the previous episode. See ya.